Well, let's get this over with. Haruhi! This has got to be the most disappointing thing I have watched in years. I mean, first episode, let's go back in time, and Kyon ends up actually convincing Haruhi in the past to go to this high school in the future, so that's why everything happens, and oh, da-da-da-da. Okay, fine, it was kind of entertaining and weird. I mean, it was a little uneventful otherwise, but okay. Last 5 episodes show the making of the movie they made, and the first episode that was broadcast, and it was kind of boring, and it seemed a little pointless when they actually showed that finished product in the very first episode that was ever broadcast, but I can buy that. But the remaining 8 episodes of the entire 14 episode series, what was wrong with you? 8 friggin' times. Seriously, what were you thinking? End this 8. Did you find the one chapter in the book that event took place in and said, we could take this and draw it out across 8 episodes and I had to do work for 2 months? Seriously, while you were working on this, did you just go, hey, if we do this, the audience will be so amazed by the idea of a stable time loop that they won't care about the fact that we're not doing anything different between each episode? No television series has done this before. None of those series like Star Trek The Next Generation, Code Lyoko, Cardcaptor Sakura, the Machinima series Red vs. Blue, the video game Majora's Mask, and the movie Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day! It's like if they took Groundhog Day and took all the funny and emotional parts out of it and then took all the parts where, he does something different each day out of it. It takes them so long for them to realize, between each repetition of the loop, to realize, hey, we're stuck in a time loop. And then when they do figure it out, they go, what should we do? And then they just follow all of the things that Haruhi wants to do and never try experimenting. Except for the very beginning and the very end, the exact same sequence happens every single time. 8 friggin' times. The only thing that kept scenes from being entirely identical was Kyoto Animation going, let's show them from different angles each time. And also give them different costumes every single time. That way the audience will have something new to look at as we give them fan service without actually advancing the plot. It was sort of a valiant effort. The only justification I've heard for this whatsoever is that there's a character in the books who goes insane because they actually remember everything that happened, so they experience the same events over and over and over like 15,000 times, and we're supposed to identify with them because we have to go through the same thing. But that's bullcrap. If you have a weekly television series, your first concern should be to entertain your audience week after week. 8 friggin' times. The only consolation I can take from this at all is that nobody will be stupid enough to do this again. Naruto. Man, I remember 7 months ago when I said, hey, looks like Naruto's finally starting to get better. Since then, I have hurt my back from all the times I've tried sticking my foot in my mouth. And this chapter just... wow. I mean, I will forget everything in the past 7 months in favor of this. I'm going to forget the whole I will kill an entire half a city of people and then resurrect them, thus making their deaths entirely meaningless. I will forget the whole scene with Hinata going, I will protect you, Naruto, because I love you. And then Naruto entirely forgetting about her. I will forget the final confrontation where instead of some dramatic fight, it's just Pain going, this is my backstory and it takes me a month to explain it all to you, but now you understand my motivations. And then Naruto trivializes it in 2 sentences and Pain just goes, yeah, you're right, and kills himself for some reason. I'll even forget the whole Naruto's a child of destiny, which completely undermines his attitude that destiny means nothing and he can just run right through it. I'll even forget having to go through another arc of Sasuke beating up everyone because his MacGuffin has more power than you just decide on now. Why? Because this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. I understand the tailed beasts will be captured and thus we will be the most superior force on the planet and thus everyone will give us money and we'll, something really vague, but it's a shonen plot, so who cares? I mean, come on. There's a 10th tailed beast which was a fusion of the other 9, which was never talked about until this very chapter, and the moon is its corpse? And seriously, I will become the host of the 10-tailed beast and use the moon as a projector screen for my eye so I can hypnotize everyone. Seriously, he's going to turn the moon into a giant projector screen so he can broadcast his PowerPoint of doom! Why the hell does he even need all this? In this same chapter, he suddenly revealed that he can suck people into his eye like a friggin' black hole. And other people comment, this is his power, the power to control space-time. He can control space-time, and he needs to use the moon as a projector screen. And like 10 chapters ago, he had trouble getting Naruto out of a cage because he could phase through it, but Naruto couldn't. Why didn't he just suck Naruto into his black hole eye then and take him away? Maybe I could figure this out if I didn't have a headache from how much this chapter sucked. These series have actually drained me of all my rage. I can no longer even get angry at them, just kind of stare in bewilderment, which I'm not going to because I have better things to do with my life.